Now, after losing only 2 fingers, how many have you got left? We've dropped the diff in with the dummy bearings. What's the backlash like? Negligible.
Is that good?
Because we haven't disturbed anything, it should be right. Now we're going to obviously clamp these down, and put some blue on the teeth, some marking.
Okay.
We're going to turn.
Just check the point of contact.
But because, like I said, we're using factory bearings,
Mm-hmm.
and our dummy bearings are exactly the same size as the factory ones,
Mm-hmm.
we shouldn't really have a problem. But that it is really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I mean, we can put a dial gauge on and find out what it should be. I don't know, I can't remember off the book. I had a look at it upstairs.
There's a set amount of movement that there should be, is there?
Yeah. If it's too tight, it'll overheat.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that's lovely. Tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny bit. We've got to coat both sides. Right. Put the lid on before it gets mucky. Right, with our compressor taken off, because that dropped in beautifully, put the caps back on, 2 dots, 2 dots, 1 dot, 1 dot, just like we took it to bits. That's a good tip. All I'm going to do is just give it a quick nip down, because if we nip it too tight, it'll nip the bearings. Can you turn it? Yeah, no, it's too tight, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let me back this off. That's how fine they're honed out, those bushings.
Mm.
Yeah, because it's turning on the outers of the bush. Right, we're not there yet, are we? Ooh, we are. Look.
Yeah.
That's good. Right in the middle. That's good.
Yeah.
So much going right for a change.
Can I just tip this up?
Yeah. Come round. Yeah, they're pretty good. See, it's in the middle. We haven't got much on that one, but pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think when I'll see JP next time, I'll get them to hone the centres out a bit more, because when you tighten it up, it crushes those dummy bearings in and it just nips.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. What do you think?
Well,
all right, isn't it?
Yeah, the wear looks nice.
Nice and even.
Nice and even,
It's right in the middle. It's not too high, it's not too low.
No.
Right in the middle. That's very good. So now we're going to take it all out again.
Yeah.
No, we're done. And this is the beauty about keeping things together.
Yeah.
A lot of people that take these bits and bloody shims everywhere and bearings everywhere.
Yeah.
You must keep them together, and then when you put the bearings back in, cross fingers, it'll all go back together nice.
Yeah.
If you do, that's good. And we're out. Right. So you can see how time saving those are.
Yeah.
Because now we can show perhaps the viewer, if he's still awake, it's got 2 notches in here. Now if you put a hook under here, you're going to damage those shims. Maybe you can measure them here again and get some new shims, but that's why we pull the bearings off as we did.
Yeah.
So we don't damage those, and those are factory shims. Now we're going to put some factory bearings in, and that should do the job.
Yep.
So we're just going to do one at a time and keep the outer race in the box. There. Now all I'm going to do is just tippity tap tap that on for now, and then we'll take it across. We've got a hammer there. Yeah. We're just going to. That's it. So when it drops off on the floor and rolls across the floor,
yeah,
all the dust and mouse poo, we can now safely take that one off here, knowing full well that the shoes on that side belong to the one without the bearing.
yes.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So let's go and press that on.
Okay.
So we had a bit of a struggle getting the diff in with the correct bearings on, but it looks good. Like, that's the same amount of play as we had before.
Yeah.
So the dummy bearings are good, but I think what we're going to have to do with them is just hold the middles out a bit. There we go, that's off, Paul. There we go. So now we're going to back off the bolts, put some Loctite on them, and then we're going to torque them down, aren't we? And then while it's in this position, we can gasket and put the cover on.
That cover on, yeah.
Right, back on again. So we're going to we've decided to put some RTV. It's good enough for a Land Rover sump, it's good enough for a diff, isn't it? I sometimes wish I got those, you know, with a pump gun.
Oh yeah.
Because these are really hard, that's why they've got a key on them, they're sort of really hard to pull out.
You're doing well.
Coming on, isn't it? That's it? No, that's it. Yeah, that's it, because that's the top, isn't it? Fingers? I've got it. No. Eh? Oh no, there it is. Had me go in there for a minute. A little wiggle.
Yeah, but
Alright, the bolts. Now what does it say in the instructions for torquing down the bolts? Because you see there's different lengths
where were the instructions?
in the box.
And the box is in the bin?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go and see. I don't think the bin man's in.
No, but weren't they in the packet? Well, after a right royal mess about trying to find which bolts goes in where for this ARB cover, it seems to be quite confusing. We have one bolt that was too long, but yeah, I'm convinced, Paul, that that long bolt at the top holds the bracket on for this brake pipes.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's probably why they have two washers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So anyway, we're not bothered with that, are we?
We've got our own bracket.
We've got our own brackets. It was a bit confusing. It would have been nice for them to do a plan.
Yes.
And saying this bolt goes in here. And what was the other confusing thing? You had inch sizes and metric sizes.
Yeah.
But I think Britpart must have thrown a bag of metric ones in for the Defender. That's all I can assume. That's all I'm going to say on this matter. So now we're going to put the upgraded half shafts in, aren't we?
Well, that's a bit strong fairies.
Yeah. Oh, Quebec fairies.
You're allowed to say that these days?
No, you're not. Now it came with new bolts, didn't it?
Where did you just put the gasket on the...
Just put the gasket on the shaft.
On the shaft itself?
Yeah, put it. You see where it goes on that ring? Now look, we've got new bolts that have been pre-Loctite type stuff, and we must torque these down. Don't put them in with a gun. You know what I mean? little bit. You'll never get them super tight.
No.
But that's good. I'm pleased with that. That on. Torque these down. Bolt in there, and now we'll fill it full of oil, eh?
We'll work that way round?
Yep. Should have painted it, shouldn't I?
How do we know that that's aligned correctly?
We don't. You should always tighten it up to the next hole. There's not much on that nut. You can't get a spanner.
Oh, so this will swivel?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was worried about.
And it didn't take much getting off, did it?
Wasn't too bad, was it? No.
There's something at the back
Stopping
the spanner getting off. It's must be the casting. Look, you see, look there. I can't get that higher. I wonder if I should grind a bit off here. Because, look, you see, it won't go fully. I grind my spanner up